Hello. Oh, weird. Sorry, I don't know why my headset randomly didn't connect to to OBS. That's weird. I did say hello, hello, hello. Um, I said, can you have a look at my La Liga sides? So, sorry about that. I don't know why my headset wasn't uh picking up, but yeah. I said I don't have full Sevilla because I wanted differential because my XP is not that great on my Sevilla cards. But these are the cards that I'm not using, as you can see on screen. I think Garcia and Rosier are both good, but I just don't know whether or not they're going to play. 60% is like, a little bit risky, I guess. Right, there we go. Just tweeted out the stream. Appreciate it if you could like, retweet, all that good stuff. If anyone's made it in already, of course, like the stream as well. Helps out, helps the channel grow. So appreciate that, boyos. There we go. Right. I think I think Vargas is injured, and his classic would be a good option. Yeah, I used to have Vargas. But I think like. I don't think it's that favourable of a match for Sevilla, and I like having a differential. Just a shame Moriba's playing against Real Madrid, but he can still get good AA, even if they lose. So I don't think it's the end of the world. But yeah. Just thinking, like, the only thing I might change is Ruben Garcia and Rosier. Like, maybe I'll use them. Not sure. Not sure. Decisions. Um, check how much is in Vargas. Nah, I'm not gonna buy Vargas. Already had him before, but yeah. Another spin on the beautiful wheel. Come on. Another day. Another spin. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ooh. Stop. No. I would have preferred the essence, obviously. I mean, we take clues where we can get them. Rosier's still injured. Okay. Won't use him then. Won't use him then. Um. Ooh. Nice. Oh my god. Go on. Go on, Sinistiera. Decisive. Love that. Yeah, I need to do my new card. I need to do my Premier League as well. I haven't really looked at it properly. Need to look into that for sure. For sure. Who's playing today? Monaco. I like Monaco. I think Monaco are gonna do well today. Hopefully. And then maybe a Greenwood. He's a menace, isn't he? Scrap challenge. Oh wow. Oh damn, I don't really want to get rid of these guys. It's a shame. And it was for nothing. It was not worth it. Um, Buy a pack. Ooh, should we go with the forward Bundesliga? Come on, got ya, got ya, got ya, got ya, got ya. Nice. Nice. Forward. Oh, let's try forward a Liga. Got ya, got ya, got ya, got ya, got ya. Okay. Never again. Never again. Level up cards. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, so I've got. Yeah, I'm gonna have a little look into Newcastle, aren't I? Because I don't. I think I made these teams based on the predictions. Um, here. I'm not sure how much I trust them though, because Lewis Hall not on to play. Not sure about that one. Unless he needs rest, I need to double check how many minutes he's played. Oh no, we need to spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Give me XP. No, yeah, nice. What happened to Newcastle lately? Pretty much both their fullbacks got injured, and make like obviously if both of your fullbacks get injured, it it like you lose width, and then when you lose width, you just become predictable on the inside. So because they are playing Dan Burn and Trippier, obviously they're not getting forward, not creating enough width, and then it makes Barnes, Gordon, Alanga, Murphy, whoever's on the wing, more predictable. So then it's easier to defend against, and then they perform worse, and that formation heavily relies on the wingers to perform well for the team to do well. And you'll see, like recently, okay, so this game against Tottenham, I will say they played really well. Unlucky, obviously. Conceded corners, which is a shame. But I think everyone that watched the match will tell you Newcastle are the better team. You can even look at the stats, way better team. Tottenham only had 2 shots on target, and that's because they have Hall and Livramento. So pretty much every game they have Hall and Livramento, they're fine. When they don't have them, it's a bit of a struggle. So like here, we have Livramento and Hall for 1 win. Then Marseille, no Hall and just Livramento, so they lost. You know what I mean? So they kind of need both of them. It's like a common trend you see against Man City. Hall, Livramento, and they won. So pretty much it's the same. Like, and then we look at against Brentford. Trippier, Dan Burn, lost. You know what I mean? So pretty simple. It's pretty much if they have them too, then they should be fine, or at least like they'll perform well. Maybe they won't win, but they'll perform well. You know. Liverpool. They so Livramento and Hall aren't injured anymore. They're just coming back from injuries, so they're like building fitness. Botman is injured again, but with a different injury this time. So don't know how long he'll take to return. But Botman actually has slipped out of favour in the centre backs. To be honest, he's not. He's actually performed pretty poorly. So at the moment, in terms of centre backs, it's like Malik Chow number 1, Dan Burn probably 2, Fabian Schär probably 3, and then Botman 4, because Botman's been really bad this season. But usually how Newcastle do it anyway is like they have a left-footed on the left side, right-footed on the right. So usually so it would actually be Chow, then Schär, Burn, then Botman. But obviously, I think the idea is it to be Botman in the long term. But he's just not been that good recently. So yeah, and then Miley is given. Yeah, it's interesting with Miley. He's been so good recently, Lewis Miley. But the problem is like between Tonali, Miley, and Bruno, two of them play just because of the way the system works. And then Joe Linton is interchangeable with Willock and Ramsey. I guess that Ramsey or Willock is going to play next game because Joe Linton played the entire game. I don't know. Waltmaid's going to play. Ooh, the wingers is hard to guess. I assume Murphy would play though, not Alanga. Barnes will definitely play. Because Gordon's sort of been dropped for Barnes. I think Barnes is the only like nailed one to play. So I might change. Let me nuke this real quick. Okay. So I think these three are 100% playing. I'm pretty convinced Barnes is playing. Ah, so he only has him at 40, which is very weird. Why would he have him at 40? Oh, because Gordon came on and scored, but as a penalty. Eh, maybe Waltmaid is more likely. I think Waltmaid's pretty much nailed, but he didn't get rest. Hmm. Um, do you think Bergval will play? Ooh, I love Bergval. I think he's very, very good. Um, it's a quick turnaround. I mean, it's not that bad to be honest. I think in my opinion, he would, but I'll be interested to see if there's any notes and stuff on him. Because did he come off? Let's have a look. So yeah, Siemens is on the bench, I guess, for him. Tough to say, really. Tough to say. Have they been rotating in general? Let's have a look. So you have Bergval against PSG. Ooh, oh, we can go this way. And then Bergval. Is there a way? No. It's literally either Bergval or Siemens. There's no. It's not one way or the other. Yeah. So Bergval's played the last three, so I don't know. Although they haven't performed that well in the last three. And then he didn't play against Arsenal, and we all know what happened there. They got battered. So, did he play this one? No, so he's just recently coming back into the side. Hard to say, obviously really hard to say. I would assume he does play. If he's played the last three in a row. He's very, very good, Bergval. Xavi Simmons usually play, yeah. Hello, you haven't a cold? No, 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 no. I'm just a bit, um, I've just woken up, really. um, but yeah, I haven't even had my coffee yet, Mihai. Look, it's here. It's cooling down for me. So I'm quite mellow today. You know what I mean? Yeah, Simmons has had bad form. Actually, didn't look that bad off the bench. When I watched this game. Yeah, he didn't look that bad off the bench. Yeah, 6.0. I mean, doesn't really look like he done much, but I thought he didn't do too bad off the bench. Still think Bergvall is better though. In my personal opinion, Bergvall is the best midfielder Spurs have. So if it was down to me, I'd be playing Bergvall all day, no problem. But obviously, it's yeah Thomas Frank's decision really. If it was me, I would be playing Vicario, Pedro Porro, uh, Romero, Van der Ven. Obviously, Danso's good for long throws, but I wouldn't really be too asked about that personally. Adogi. Then the midfield gets difficult, but I personally would play probably Paulinho, Bergval, and probably Simmons as well. I know that I know he likes to play two DMs, but I probably would make it more of a like a flat three in midfield. Um, or maybe make Paulinho a bit more defensive and let Bergval and Simmons like be a bit more attacking. I think Frank has been a bit too defensive sometimes, so personally I'll be playing both of them. And then Kudus off the right, um, Muwani probably through the middle, and then to be fair, not really that arsed who goes on the left. Probably Tell or Odeber. That's what I would do personally. But yeah, I mean, Frank likes to be a bit more defensive than me, so because he's setting up like this with two DMs. I probably would play just like flat three, allows Kudus and Brennan perhaps. I don't know. Brennan playing on the left. Is he left third? I didn't even know that. Um, oh, doesn't even really say what third he is. Don't know. Yeah. Oh yeah, he does play on. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I thought he usually played on the right. That is his primary position on the right. Interesting. um, I've had three already. Damn, you've had three coffees already. I guess you are an hour ahead of me. But they spent 70 mil on Simmons, so is Thomas Frank kind of forced to make Simmons work? Nah, not really. I mean, generally, in my opinion, uh, most good managers will do this as well. Is like big signings like that usually get bedded into a team, and then you see them flourish in the second season. So I don't think Frank will be forced to use Xavi Simmons this season. I think next season onwards he needs to be like week in week out regular kind of thing. I think this season is just a case of better because you can even see it when Simmons plays this season. He's just not strong enough, simply put. He's fantastic on the ball, technically gifted. You can see he's a great footballer, but in the Premier League, you need to be a bit more than that, like a bit more physical, a bit more like stronger on the ball. I think that's his only weakness that I've seen at the moment. So they'll probably just be working on that. It's probably as simple as that. It just needs to literally just go gym more. Simply put. Do you know where to see some SPFL press conferences? Because I want to buy Elliot Watt for my challenger, but he wasn't included in the last. He's 40%. I don't know. Probably on just typing to YouTube, mate. I usually look on here, Sorare Inside for stuff like that because it will give you a reasoning if you go to Scotland. Is he Motherwell? I think he is Motherwell, isn't he? Can't remember where he plays. Yeah, he is. So it says here, looks like Watt picked up a minor injury according to a fan forum, so he is a doubt for this weekend. There you go. So, unlikely, but he might play. It's kind of hard to say based on this guy's opinion. He's the expert for Motherwell. Um, so yeah, kind of hard to say to be fair, mate. I probably wouldn't play him if I had him. If I had a choice, I probably wouldn't play him. Just play someone else. It's not worth the risk, is what I would say to you. But of course, up to you. Thank you. Yeah, no problem, mate. Don't forget to like the stream and subscribe. Bergval has the potential to be better. Yeah, I love Bergval. 2 hours. And at work since 7. Yeah, yeah. You've had a good head start, Mihai. I'm struggling to pick these teams today because the midweek. I know I don't want to go to Tonali. I'm really not convinced about Tonali. I'm 100% all of these players are playing. I just can't, and I think Tino will play as well. But I would rather have Lewis Hall if Lewis Hall's gonna play, because that left back is the more creative in the Newcastle system. But I guess, nah, I do think Lewis Hall is gonna play. That's the annoying thing. But it's just because he's at 40%. It's putting me off. Do I just put him in anyway? Ignore the percentages. Then, I honestly want a captain Lewis Hall. That's the problem. Who would you guys captain here? I think I would captain Lewis Hall. He's so attacking. He's so great as well. I mean, too, you can see with okay, his last three starts, of course, Man City didn't go to. I mean, that error led to goal was very harsh as well. But these two are just Lewis Hall levels. You know what I mean? How many minutes has he played? So he played 90 against Spurs, which will be heavy on him. How much did we play here? Subbed off early. We played 90 though. I think he will play. I think Newcastle's so much better with him, but then maybe you could argue that he would rest for the Leverkusen game, perhaps. But I think Newcastle will be more focused on the Premier League because they're just not doing well in the Prem. I think they would be happy to win this Burnley game and lose against Leverkusen. I think they'd be more focused on this Burnley game. Tricky decision. I'm gambling on Bergvall to play. Hopefully, no DMP. Maybe he can come. Yeah, oh yeah, he'll come off the bench. You would think so. Minimum. Surely Dan Burn will play. Yeah, Dan Burn will play centre back. He'll be an important player in this sort of game. Yeah, he'll play centre back. Dan Burn. Is the Sorare inside only with subscriptions? Yeah, I think so. Bruno slash Chow is who you would captain. Yeah, I was thinking maybe Chow. Chow might be a good one. I'm not convinced with Bruno, just because I do love Bruno, but I feel like he does get some stinkers sometimes. Like these 40s are quite regular for him. 35s. Been doing good recently, obviously with the decisives, but I'm thinking like, yeah, maybe Chow might be a good one. To be fair, don't hate that. Chow or Hall, maybe. To be fair, probably would be good to go Chow, because then at least the lineup isn't dead if Lewis Hall is on the bench. Maybe. I just don't think. Mm, it's tough to say. It's tough to say, isn't it? I think I'm gonna trust my gut for now. Maybe I'll go with this. Do I want Chow to be captain? Yeah. Don't mind Chow's cap. I think Lewis Hall's probably a better captain though, because he can get that 100 bomb with a he just needs a decisive. But Chow is probably just as likely maybe to get decisive. He'll rather could score a header. Get a last man tackle. Lewis Hall could get an assist. Maybe we'll go with that. Nah, actually, I'm not gonna do that. Sorry, I'm changing and I'm tossing and turning. I think away from home, Chow is a better captain. But I think at home, Lewis Hall's gonna be a way better captain because they're gonna be so attacking, especially with Burnley's low block. You rate Bergvall above Madison? Ooh, that's a tricky one actually. Um, yeah, probably, yeah, probably. I don't mind Madison though. I don't mind them rotating. I think Bergvall is better at this stage though. This game, if Hall plays, will not be for 90. That's true. Yeah, he would get subbed off early. That is true. So maybe, yeah, maybe we don't captain him. Chow's gonna play 90 for sure. Alright, alright, fine, 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 fine. I'll captain Chow. I do agree with that. He probably would get subbed off, wouldn't he? Can agree with that. Ramsdale. Tino's gonna play. To be honest, we probably would just do a better job of being risky. Maybe we just do that. Play Tino, even though I don't think that's necessarily the best thing to do, but maybe we do that. And then this one we just go captain us all and be more risky. I think it'll be pretty convinced about Miley. I think again I think Barnes gonna play. Maybe they rotate Gordon in and then let Barnes play Champions League. That's what I'm thinking. The only thing I'll think about maybe changing is Gordon and Barnes. Hard to say. Hard to say. Tough to predict the Newcastle lineup. I think it's going to be, though, I think it'll be very similar to this. That's the only problem. Except, like, I just thinking Tonali for Miley, for Bruno. Hmm. Don't know. Is Gordon gonna play? Gordon's been so bad recently. It's been so bad. Hmm. Almost tempted to go Barnes. Just, I think I'd arguably rather have Barnes off the bench than Gordon starting at this stage. I'm going to put it in for now and then see. We'll reflect. Because then I think Ramsdale. I think we have to use a classic here. Oh no. It's all. Then probably Murphy's going to play. And then, okay, we'll run out of forwards. So we would have to go. Oh, we can do classic Barnes. I'm going to put it in the lineup that I think is going to start. And then I'll change it about after. Then this is the tricky one. Joelinton. This is the hardest decision for me. Is Joelinton gonna start ahead of Ramsey and ahead of Willock? Because in my mind, Ramsey should be playing this game. That is tough to say. Hmm. So maybe for this one we would go like just put Gordon in, because Gordon could start over Barnes for sure. And then a classic card. Like would like classic Chow, to be fair. um Walt made would go nicely here. Classic Walt made, maybe we just go Bruno. Something like that. Oh, so many tough decisions all over the pitch. Not a fun one. Not a fun one. Okay. I think Bournemouth is pretty straightforward. Although I would be tempted to go like Kluivert here. Although, don't know how likely Kluivert is. 60. I think I'd rather just go with the nailed guys. Semenyo or Senesi? I think Semenyo hasn't scored in a while. Let's go Semenyo. And Chelsea, to be fair. They're not really likely to keep a clean sheet. Tough decisions. Alright, let's run through the other sides. La Liga done. Bundesliga done. JPL's a mess. Yeah, JPL is a mess. Again, I don't really think I can move out elsewhere though. Not really. So we'll just confirm. The mess, Eredivisie. Bit of a mess as well. Damrots or Piyaka. Let's go with Damrots. Challenger. Let's have a look. Is there anyone better than Iredale? Not really. Not really. Contender. Who would I prefer, Matt Target or Mentham? Have you completed any comic? Yes. Yes, I have. I've completed a few of them. Actually, don't know. Let me have a look. I need to remember to come back to that though. Mentham or Target. I've completed 1, 2. Only 2. I think I'm close to a lot of them though. Like Tottenham, we need 1 card. Newcastle, we need 1 card. Liverpool, we need 3. Villarreal, we need 1. 4, 5. Couple more there. Yeah, we're not terribly far off a lot of them. 3 cards for Mainz. 3 cards for Lyon. 3 cards for Bayern. 3 cards for Arsenal. Yeah, we're a couple of cards off. 2 cards for PSG. 3 cards for Real Madrid. So yeah, we're close to a lot of them actually. To be fair, we've got nearly 2,000 cards, so 1.7k cards. So yeah, got quite a lot of commons. I do have a lot of common essence at the moment as well. 11k. Need to spend some this weekend, don't I? Oh, can I not use target for the? Okay. Okay. Wait, let me. Oh, so it's 6% if I keep it like that. Okay, that's fine. We'll keep it like that then. We should probably do. Yeah, so around tour, that's the only keeper I have, I think. He's against Barca. Not the best. Oh yeah, Dubravka's got an even worse game, so then maybe we go. Oh, so tricky to build. He did see Newcastle Bayern. I don't have any of them. Prem bench warmer by 4. Oh yeah. Wait, is it Prem? I thought it was. No, it's not Premier League bench warmer. I don't have that anyway. I have been buying the bench warmer pack since you've said though. I bought, but I have not seen the Premier League one. That's what I'm kind of I'm waiting for the Premier League one because I know you said that you get loads of news in them, and I opened some for the other leagues, but I've not seen the Premier League one bench warmer yet. So this guy's never gonna sell. He's never gonna. I might have to just give him away at some point. Although he's not even actually really playing at the moment, so. Oh, we did actually get a sale for 23p 13 hours ago, Fez. I probably actually would sell him for like 25p to be fair. Um, yeah, should we open one? Should we open one of each? Let's open one of each. Got him. Oh, I haven't got him. Nice. Oh, go on. 2 news. Take that. Then let's open one of these. Ooh, HSV. Ooh, damn. Actually got 2 news. We're gonna get a new in this one. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, that's more like it. That's more like it. Ooh, we should probably do NBA as well. I forgot to do that. I'll do that after. I got some bench. Oh, nice. Must be nice. I don't have them. I haven't seen them all week. I've been looking for them though, Mihai. How was your game week? I got 200 essence. Nice. I honestly did awful this game week. I got 100 essence. Oh, to be well, I hit the streak, but you can see I didn't hit the streak. I managed to claim it in time. I managed to claim it before we lost the streak. But yeah, oh my god, what a nightmare that game was. What a nightmare. But yeah, not the best from me. Um, I bought. Oh wait, one sec. Still, but yeah, exactly, for sure. Absolutely better than nothing. Um, I bought some on my way to work. Nice. Melv's won as well. Yes, they did. You should have heard him before the games kicked off as well. He said he was so convinced I was gonna win, but they killed Lewis Hall. Opta killed Lewis Hall. Would have been close actually. I think if Newcastle actually didn't concede an overhead kick to Romero, that would have been nice. Yo, Contrabass, how you doing, mate? How you doing? How you doing? What does he think? Has he changed anything? Oh, Wissa could be in the squad. Good news. Tonali scan looks okay. Could be available this weekend. Nice. So hard to tell. Wait, what? Hi, mate. Miley and Jolin have both played back-to-back 90s. No, they haven't. Oh yeah, okay. We got subbed off in the 90th. I knew he got subbed off. I was like, when did he get subbed off? That first. Um, yeah, yeah. Doesn't make sense for Livramento to rest. Cause Trippier. Tough decision. Um, Frank is still on his job because of Romero and Mikey. Without those two, I would have kept Ange, not gonna lie. Frank is so clear of Ange. What am I hearing? Mihai without two. Chill day at work, nice, nice. This is not a chill day for me. This is a. Do you know what? It's probably about time it's been a stressful deadline because um, the last couple have not been stressful. I don't think he changes that much. I think this prediction is that he's going to rotate essentially. I don't think he does rotate. I think he cares more. I think he cares more about this game against Burnley than he does against Leverkusen, in my opinion. What is the situation in the Champions League right now? Let's have a look. I think he's just aiming to be in the top 24. I don't think he'll care too much about being in the top 8. Considering that, well, obviously, if they're doing well in the Prem, he would want to push for top 8. But, I mean, even if they lose, yeah, no, I think, I don't know. I don't see him. Because I think this is like a must-win game. Does he risk it and rotate? I feel like that's just so. I just don't see. I don't know. I don't think he does. I think he would be more likely to rotate against Leverkusen. I think the team stays pretty much the same except Tonali for Bruno. It's so hard to decide though, isn't it? Tough, tough, tough. Um, my La Liga stack are facing some easy teams, so I think they will get the streak 100%. Ooh, famous last words. Famous last words. um, to be fair, actually, Gordon could definitely come in because he made both the goals, didn't he? Gordon could come back in. Gordon could come back in because he scored the penalty and made the first goal. Need to put my try and remember what happened in the last game. So then I think, okay, and then so it'd just be two changes maybe, and then this would be oh, I guess we could use, we don't have to use, yeah, we could just use some, could use like Alex Scott for example. I mean it is against Chelsea. Really not sure about Joe Linton. Trying to avoid Joe Linton at all costs. Maybe we go Gordon. Then maybe. Oh my God, why is this so tricky? Why is this so tricky? Unless we just go with the two, like these two Bournemouth guys, like this, Kluivert and Evan Nilsson, and then just put like Bruno, or actually we could go 6%. Ellie Anderson. could just do that. Um, or we could go Cloyver and Alex Scott. Oh my god, I've got an absolute headache. Absolute headache. I have to decide what I do with them. Josh, I'm sure you know as much, if not better. Yeah, I'm not going off of his predictions. Do you think they do AFCON competition? Or what? I don't know. I think it's. I would say be careful about if we're. I wouldn't plan too crazy far ahead for some of these competitions, guys, because knowing Sorare, sometimes they'll release, say, like the comps that are like, yeah. So for example, for the special comp, they'll be like, oh, we're releasing these cards, and you have to have 3 of them to enter the comp or something. So gotta be careful about planning ahead sometimes. They said they will cover AFCON again this year. What did they do last time? I've got a player from Osasuna. I'm not paying attention to this one. Yeah. Scott or Evan Nilsson? Because did Evan Nilsson? He didn't play the last game, did he? I think he got a rest. Or was it an injury? Better not be an injury. I think it was just a rest. Um. Maybe we just go something risky. Justin Clover Clinic. Oh my god. This is horrible. This is horrible, isn't it? Oh, not a fan. Oh well. Let's move on. Um, Sino, Lewis. Oh, actually, wait, these were 90s. Jack. Yeah, yeah. Alanga. And maybe go with Akiyoko. Oh no, Lewis Miley. How can I forget about Lewis Miley? And then we'll give the armband to Dino Livramento. Um, honest opinion, buy off secondary for 18 or insta for 33 credits. I mean, it's the same thing, right? Depends if the 20 extra can help. can change your mind. I'm the first in line. No! Run out of midfielders. Is there any way we can... maybe if we put like Miley here and then got that. Is that gonna work? This guy. Wait. Hmm? Oh yeah. Thank you. Thank you, sir. And then at that stage, we might as well put. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. Just get some good old valuable XP. Lovely, lovely. Hide that team. Champione, champione, ole, ole, ole. Go for the cheaper option if it, yeah, makes sense. How would I argue the credits if I don't get, if they actually, how would I value? Cheaper is instant buy if I set the credit value. Hello, Sorare Holland, how you doing, mate? Cheapest would be secondary if I could trade some decent values, but I feel scammed. Have you tried Sir Hiss? Giving out good deals? Never thought I'd see the day. Never thought I'd see the day. Mr. Sir Hiss. Who else is gonna play? Who else is gonna play? Who gonna play? Who else is gonna play? Do we just go with Callum Wilson? Wait, why didn't I use Callum Wilson here? What the hell? Callum Wilson. Bum, 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 bum. Callum Wilson. Let's go with Alexander Isak. The red. The red is in town. Yeah, for me, he's the best bot. Wow, really? Fair enough. Replies in under a minute. Damn. I need to use Sirhis more then. I have not been. I've not even tried to use Sirhis in about 476 years. I haven't used him probably. Maybe I need to use him more. I've only been using Santorio. Santorio. That's the guy for me. That's the guy. That's the guy. Who else is? Oh, David Brooks. Pop him in. Might come off the bench. Let's try and maintain this 6%, because why not? There we go. Lovely stuff. Sure, Callum Wilson goal, why not? Snake the snake. Santonio is he wants over. Yeah, no, I know. I don't really trade with him that often, because the deals are usually awful. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. make deals with the devil, you know what I mean? Oh, can we do another? Can we do another one? Yeah. Do we have another player that plays for Newcastle? No, not Newcastle. Should we just put this guy in? Sure, why not? There we go. Pepe will come off the bench, won't he? Score a triple hat trick. Then we'll get some Pope XP. And now these ones don't really matter who we put in there. Trippier, Tunali, Murphy, Gordon, and Joelinton. There we go. And then we'll go to All Star. Alright, we're nearly done. We are nearly done. Oh, I forgot I had good old Bednarak to use. Can definitely use a Matthew. Can definitely use a Keanu. Gonna try and sell Haji, I think, so we won't use him. Let's put Harvard Barnes. Gonna try to sell them lot, so we'll use him. Could use Barnes and Murphy. There we go. You know what? Actually, that team is probably good enough to have the other. Who is the? Yeah, let's actually put a good goalkeeper on that one, because that team's fire. Let's go ahead and put Dubs, and then we can actually probably go ahead and swap Barnes and Murphy for whoever's good on this team as well. Oh, absolutely nobody. Maybe we'll do Joelinton and Diakite. Actually prefer Barnes. Because Barnes will defo come off the bench. Diakite, maybe he won't play. I don't know. I don't know. So let's go with Nicola Bob. There we go. Next up. Kufa Pope. Matthew Target. Go for you. Go for Murphy. Go for Ramsey. Harvey Barnes. And maybe. Ooh, is Atkin back from injury? I need to. I probably need to sell Atkin, don't I? Just being lazy. I'm being lazy. Need to probably sell Danandoy as well. I need to sell a lot of these guys. I'm just being lazy, honestly. Need to sell a lot of my gallery at the moment, but at the same time, like, can't be bothered. You know what I mean? Flynn, could you please look at Leverkusen? Yeah, sure. I'll have a look in a second. Target. Digby. Willock. Let's go for Sinistiera. Go on, the boy. Dandro Danelli. Go on, Matt Target. Oh, wait. Who did I just take out? Let's put Neto in there. I wonder how long Neto's out for as well. Would have been nice to use him this year. Would have been nice to use him. We'll just put you in. And then who do we want XP on? We want XP on Sven Bodman. Kieran Trippier. Boom. Boom. Probably need to sell most of these guys, so I'm not going to use them. I'll just use Johan Wissa. Wissa. Any of you guys? Sure, Isaac Hayden. Who's most likely to play? Probably Murph, probably Barnes. Well, probably both going to play, to be fair, so they can get XP on the other boys. And then I'll do this one. Where are we? Leverkusen. Leverkusen. There we go, mate. Schick, Tillman, Poku, Grimaldo, Mazza, Garcia, Hoffman, Tapsoba, Bade, Andrich, and Flecken. Flecken's safe, Tapsoba safe, Bade safe, Quonsart with a battle for Andrich, Grimaldo safe, Mazza safe, Garcia safe. Alpha most likely still out, so Hoffman could start again, or Poku moves back and Terrier gets another start. So right side is a little bit unsure. Tillman safe, Poku safe, Schick safe. There you go. There you go. And it looks like Palacios, Fernandez, and Vasquez. Injured, Arthur, not sure. Okay, mate. Afternoon, hello Liam, how you doing? I recently sold half of my gallery to focus on 3 stacks in the Bundesliga and Challenger to improve the quality. Nice. You got Leverkusen, have you? I'm guessing. You got Leverkusen. Nice. Sven Botman. Wow. Well, I don't really care about any of you guys, so I'm gonna put back Christy. Lindeloo, and then let's go with who should we probably be getting XP on? Maybe Asula. I mean, none of these are gonna play, but if Lindeloo comes off the bench, maybe get some XP. Then I need to sell everyone I'm not using. That's what I need to do. Need to stop being lazy and sell people I'm not using. Making my debut in rare this weekend with a Hibernian stack. Nice. Who are you gonna go with Hibs? Let's have a look. Ooh, you've got the GOAT Cambridge United legend Jack Iredale. Who would I have if I had to stack? I probably would go keeper Iredale, Jamie McGrath for sure. Then probably Bowie's been pretty good, hasn't he? Probably would go Bowie, and who would be my last guy? Maybe I'll go Grant for lack of a better option. Who have you gone with? Do you want, mate? Yes, I have Leverkusen this game week. Going with Flecken, Grimaldo, Tillman, Schick, and Garcia. Nice. Yeah, that is a monster team. That. Best of luck. Hoping get 3-8. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, he's in the stack. Oh, I love that. Come on, Airedale. Keeper, Airedale, McGrath, Boyle. Oh yeah, he's like the main striker. Is he on pens as well? I think he is, right? Mulligan? Who's Mulligan? Oh, Josh Mulligan. I've not seen him actually. Mulligan. Let's have a look. Bolly. Is he any good? I don't know. Oh, okay. I was gonna say I've not really heard of him. To be fair, at least you know he's gonna play. It's just whether or not he plays well. Nice. And then yeah, I think Boyle's on the penalties, isn't he? So yeah, you need him to score, don't you? Really need who I'm guessing. Have you captain Boyle? Just kind of need him to score for the team to do well, don't you? Um, Boyle is on pens. Yeah, I thought so. So that's the only logic behind that. Yeah, I thought he was. I'm literally only doing it because I accidentally chose 400 rare essence last week, and it's wasted otherwise. Oh wait, so what was your choice? What was the choice between rare essence and what? Like limit essence. So now you need, is it 600 more rare essence to craft? Is that? Do they not give you the option to get rare again? Like, how did you get given the option for rare essence? Because can't you just keep doing that? If that makes sense. It was like 1k limited or something, yeah, or 2k. But like, surely, if you've earned 400 essence or the 400 rare essence, can't you just keep doing whatever you done to get in that situation again? Yeah, they might, but I've been wanting to finally move into. Ah, okay, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, I will not be. I don't think I'll ever move into rare. To be honest, I mean, I might, but not anytime soon. That's for sure. I mean, can barely afford my limited, boys. Maybe rare would be a bit easier to manage because you'd have a lot less cards, wouldn't you? Because at the minute, look at this, just absolute mess. What a mess. This gives me a headache just looking at it. Awful. Awful. Right. Right. I should probably. Yes, that's what I need to do. So this is my excuse. Smart. Should I captain Grimaldo? Garcia? All tough because Garcia's on a lot of sets, isn't he? But Grimaldo's just Grimaldo. Grimaldo has better peaks, but also can have some stinkers. But most likely get around 60 to 70. Garcia's guaranteed. Yeah. I would say Grimaldo if it was me. If it was down to me, I'd just captain Grimaldo every week. Can't lie. Some weeks he'll do good, some weeks he'll do bad. I won like £60 last week from 10th in JPL. Nice. So that funded it basically. Nice. What do you think? Yeah, probably I would just go Ronaldo every week. Can't lie. But yeah, not saying that's the correct thing to do, but that's just what I would do. I mean, saying that I've been pretty poor in my own in Sorare 26. I've not been the best to be fair, so maybe I'm doing something wrong. maybe you shouldn't listen to me. um, I can't really see what I'm doing wrong here. Maybe the only thing that I'm annoyed about is I want to put Lewis Hall instead of Livramento and captain Lewis Hall, but I also don't want to kill the lineup if he doesn't play. I think Lewis Hall's such a good captain right now, but then I guess I've taken that risk in the second team. It's just I don't know if Gordon's gonna play. Oh, it's a mess. Headaches, headaches, headaches. But that's why I went Hibs, because I run a Hibs stack in limited anyways, so it didn't require any more brain power. And yeah, that's smart. I guess if I ever did do it, it probably would be Newcastle. I tell you what, if in a world where Cambridge United was on Sorare, I probably would have a Cambridge United rare stack, just for the lols. Even though they probably would never win anything, but still. Um, yeah. I am. I think I'm just gonna submit this. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I got a Colosseum lineup. I don't even know what that is. Colosseum lineup. Oh, Colosseum. Oh, it's with the winter. How many winter cards do you need for this? Go big and battle against 100 players in the Colosseum. Nice. Oh, you need rares. Yeah, fuck that. You need 3 winter rares. Damn. Fair enough. Where did you come last week in Prem? Terrible. Saw you were quite high after the Newcastle. Well, I was high until Newcastle conceded. I was second until Newcastle conceded. Prem has been awful for me recently. Always get DMP. Yeah. Last night was Delict out of nowhere. Yeah, Delict has played loads, hasn't he, as well? Yeah, no, I've done awfully because Newcastle conceded 2, didn't they? But yeah, here's how we got on. Luckily, the only saving grace was that. Well, first of all, okay, well, obviously, luckily I claimed the streak because I didn't actually hit it, but luckily I claimed it and got it. Secondly, this is sometimes what I hate with Sorare, is if you watch that game, yeah, and I told you that Dan Burn was going to outscore Lewis Hall, you would be absolutely mind blown because Lewis Hall was absolutely everywhere in that game. One of the best, like easily the best player on the field, Lewis Hall, and Dan Burn was shockingly bad. And Dan Burn literally got given a penalty that just wasn't even a pen either. It's literally the most ridiculous pen I've ever seen. And I'm in disbelief that Dan Burn scored 97 and Hall scored 67. It's like they got them the wrong way around. I guess that's the bad thing with Sorare sometimes. It's like you could pick the best. On paper, you could pick the best team, but if they don't score the best, then it doesn't really matter. Like you need them to score well on Sorare. I guess as like most things, though, to be fair, it just depends on the scoring matrix and things like that. But yeah. Where? Oh yeah, I've ended up showing Senesi in the United lineup because he seems to be Bournemouth's only decent scorer at the minute. Yeah, Senesi's beast, isn't he? Delict has played every minute before last night. Yeah, not surprised. Romero, definitely not. Mihai, definitely not. Romero got so lucky. Well, his first goal, fair enough. His second goal, I don't know how Ramsdale's not saved it. Easily, for me, the best player on the field, easily was Lewis Hall. Easily. Not even close, actually, to be honest, in this game. I mean, Tottenham says a lot. Tottenham literally had 2 shots on target the entire game. Newcastle dominated. Just Didn't get the result. Seems to be a common theme recently. I mean, Dan Burn, I don't know how Dan Burn scored 97. That's crazy as well. But yeah, well made, done okay. To be honest, Gordon was fan. Well, Bruno actually saying that Bruno was excellent. Gordon was alright as well. To be fair, actually, quite kind of rare from him. But yeah, well, pretty much all Newcastle done really well. Tottenham were woeful, to be honest. They created barely anything. Both their goals pretty much set pieces as well. But yeah, oh well. Oh well. Are you going to let me click off or no? Yep, thank you. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Trent. How you doing? Who actually got man of the match? I'm not surprised. I don't actually know who got man of the match, but oh wait, it doesn't even actually. Oh, I guess it's different on Sky to FootMob. Who got it on FootMob? Oh, I was just on it, and now I've managed to lose it. Oh, Romero got it on FootMob. Fair play. I mean, I don't think he was man of the match. Got very lucky. Who actually got man of the match? So no, Romero wasn't. Yeah, just got 2 goals and didn't actually do his. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I could see why they would give it to him because he scored 2 and he's a centre back, so fair play. One of them was an overhead kick, but it just it was not a good. If you actually watched the overhead kick, it was well. First of all, it came off his shin. Second of all, I have no idea how Ramsdale didn't save it. Um, but yeah, I mean, if you actually watch the game, then you. I think most people, if you watch a game, you would say Lewis Hall was the man of the match. I mean, yeah, says it all really when the team had 2 shots on target from their centre back, and both of them went in. Do you know how unlucky that is? Do you know do you know like how unlikely that is to happen in a football game? That first of all, that says a lot about Tottenham, by the way, how poor they are at creating. Like, yeah, they were nowhere in the match, and their only 2 chances they created were both for their centre back, and obviously both from set pieces. And obviously they just score both because Ramsdale decided to not turn up. So yeah, shame. But yeah, if you actually watch the game, then you would know that Lewis Hall was clear of everyone on the field pretty convincingly, to be fair. You could make arguments for Bruno in the second half. Bruno was fantastic, to be fair. I think Gordon was alright as well, but I think Bruno's the only one that I'd be like, maybe he played better than Lewis Hall. You know what I mean? But Bruno did come on at half time, so he would have had fresher legs and things like that. Second one bouncing in about 20. Yeah, I don't know. It was a weird one, wasn't it? Spurs are shocking at attacking. Had a decent start. Yeah, they dropped off massively. Maybe it's like an away and home thing. I don't really know. Maybe they just struggled to create chances away from home or something like that. I mean, I know Newcastle definitely struggled to create chances away from home, so maybe it's just one of them things. Obviously, Newcastle tough place to. I mean, tough place to go and get a result at, and they've got a result, so fair play to them. I don't know what to do. Like, I think I'm just gonna lock in this team. There's a lot of like uncertainties, but I'm pretty much just risking Lewis Hall because I think that Newcastle would fancy to get a result against Burnley as opposed to Leverkusen. That's my only logic going into this game week. Let's see how flawed my logic is. Probably doing the wrong thing, but God knows. Should I level up good old Elliot Anderson? Or should we do Lewis Hall? Who else can we level up? Can we level up any of you guys? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Can we level up any Bournemouth boys? Oh, we could do Petrovich, could do Senesi. Maybe we'll give Senesi a level up. He's a bit of a beast, isn't he? Bit of a beast. And then do we have any more? do Ramsdale, could do Astula, oh, what a boy. There we go. Nice. Uh, you know you had a prediction for the Prem video? Or did it? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's gonna be so good to watch back. Sunderland to not get. Oh, is this what I predicted? Sunderland to not get relegated. Yeah, I think honestly, if we look back at that as well, um, not many people had that. But yeah, I think I did predict Sunderland to not get relegated. I predicted Wolves to go down. Looks like they are going to. That's all I remember from that video. Arsenal to win the Prem. I didn't predict that, did I? I don't think so. Is that what you predicted? United to miss Europe again. I'm on point, but Christmas probably. With all... Oh, is that from what you predicted? Yeah, fair enough. Don't tell me if you don't tell me what I predicted, because all I remember is I predicted Wolves to go down and Sunderland stay up. Can't remember what else I predicted. I don't think I wouldn't have predicted Arsenal to win the Prem though. I know that, but I'm gonna do a video reacting to that video. So don't tell me, don't tell me. I'm not gonna spoil it. Yeah, good, because I'm gonna go back and watch it as a video. Be like reacting to my Premier League predictions and see how awfully I done. Oh god. Um, I mean, United are what 2 points off fourth, so they could still. Yeah, they could. Yeah, United are doing way better than I definitely would have predicted poorly for United. Well, actually, I wouldn't say poorly. I think I would have predicted. Oh, I'm gonna guess. I probably would have predicted like around like Europa League sort of area, maybe like sixth, seventh. I think that's what I would have predicted anyway. God knows. Um, always draw the games when they when they could get into the top four. Yeah, United will sack Cameron come Boxing Day. What? Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's not happening. Yeah, that's not happening. That is not happening. I think if any, well, I think if they were going to sack him, they probably would have sacked him already. To be fair, I mean, looking at the table now, I don't think they're in that bad of a spot. They're in and around it. Yeah, literally 2 points off of fourth. It's just the Prem is so close at the moment. It's crazy to think that Newcastle, like, 1 or 2 wins, and they could even be in the top five, and you'd be like, what the hell's going on there? If Newcastle beat Spurs, which they probably should have, they're right up there with them, you know what I mean? So, it's just so close, literally from 4th to 14th. It's just so close. Like win or lose. The fact Bournemouth are down here as well. What Bournemouth were literally like third the other, like a couple of weeks ago. Bournemouth were like third or something, weren't they? So just goes to show how close it is at the moment. So close. The only team that's not close is Wolverhampton. Although saying that, they have been really the past couple of games have been a bit more promising. Yeah, they didn't play too bad in these, but ooh, and then they've got Man U next. Could beat Man U maybe. I don't know. Wolves have been better recently. Like these two, they've been better in, even though they did lose 1-0 both games. But still, that's just a tough. Well, all they've got to try and do is get a win in the next. Probably. Oh god. Oh my god. Look at their next four. Get like 5 games. They have to. Oh, Brentford are a good side though. Oh, that is rough. That is rough for Wolves, isn't it? They've got to get a result from someone somewhere. Surely, it can't go on like this, can it? Oh my god! Imagine. Imagine. God knows. Alright, guys. If anyone doesn't need any help with lineups or whatnot, I'm going to shoot off for today because I can't be streaming for too long today because I am actually going to go. Fun fact, fun story. Well, first of all, I'm super busy this week, hence why hence why I've not been streaming too much this week, and my videos have my videos been fine. It's just not been streaming as much this week. I am very busy this week, but I should be back to normal next week. And I am actually going to be going go-karting today, which is my favourite thing to do, really, that isn't football. I love go-karting, so yeah, I am off to go-karting today, so I can't be streaming for too long. I am, however, going to submit one more thing, as I forgot. I need to submit an all-star team that is for common, but if anyone needs any Sorare inside or lineup advice, now is the time before I end the stream. So if you need any second opinions, get them in chat quick before we end the stream today. Let's go with Courtois. This is just going to be a randomness mix of players. Let's just go. Is that our highest Van Dijk? No, Van Dijk. Yeah, let's just go. We go Bruno. I'm not really too bothered about Bruno. Let's go Szoboszlai. Let's go Haaland. Why not? And then sure, it's just gonna be honestly just complete randomness. I gotta get off to the airport. Oh, nice. Love a bit of go-kart. Nice, nice. Have a nice. Where are you traveling to just before you go? Garcia. Bruno, sure. Let's go with just Julian Alvarez. Doku, sure. We'll just go with that. Off to Oslo. Nice, Norway. Love that. Into the freezing cold. Love that. Have a great time, mate. Have a great time, Liam. Sounds banging. Sounds banging, brother. Enjoy. Enjoy. Nice. Yeah, I might be streaming a little bit later on. Not too sure yet. Obviously, if I stream later on, will be Football Manager. Can talk about Sorare and stuff or whatever in them streams though as well. Of course. But yeah, short one today. I know. Do we have any? Oh, pop you in. Oh, yeah. Let's go with both of these actually. And then sure. There we go. Alright, all things are pretty much complete. Do we have any... Oh, Jupiter Pro League. Nice, we've got one guy. One guy, see if we can hit it with that guy. Boom. Alright guys, appreciate anyone stopping by today. I'm going to shoot off for today, because like I said, I've got I've got a bit busy week unfortunately. I'll make up for it. You already know I will. Here is some gifted subs to the community before I leave today. There we go. Enjoy in the month of December if you manage to get a free membership. There you go. Get early access to some videos. Get personalized help with anything that you need help with. All that good stuff. Lineup advice, market advice, anything you want help with a device. in becoming a membership. Obviously, I think early access to some videos and obviously member only videos are probably like the best thing about being a member on the channel, and of course supporting me create more content, because you already know I'm trying to do this, you know, to the best of my ability. So if you do become a member, it does help me by doing that. Appreciate you guys stopping by, and I'll see you guys probably later on. If not later on, then at some point this weekend. Hopefully no DMPs for you lot. Enjoy your weekend.